morality. And honestly, did not help that Pirate acted like, you know, he was a galaxy brain here, and he kept doubling down that he did the right call and he couldn't have done anything else to help his teammates, when this definitely was not the case. And I'm not trying to sit here and be like a backseat gamer, as I haven't played a mage in World of Warcraft since Wrath of the Lich King, but there's a lot of snaring he could have done to at least help his teammates have a better odds of survival here. It seems like he just went, see ya, with no effort in trying to save them. Because of this, he was nicknamed Roach for his awful performance, which isn't an uncommon name for this practice in the first place. So while obviously harassment is taking it too far, you can definitely argue that when you stream a game like this, you kind of have to know that you can get some nicknames coming your way if you act like this in this game. And at that point, you just kind of have to own it, because what's done is done. But he didn't do that. And on January 15th of this year, he was removed from the guild. Okay, so I'm not going to read all that, but he basically gives this like in-depth thought process, or as he calls strategy, behind why he couldn't save anyone. Which, look, it's a game. There's no reason to take it this far, but he absolutely could have done way more to help them. And obviously, if you don't play video games, or if you've never played WoW before, this probably seems like a massive nothing burger. Which, I mean, in all reality, in the grand scheme of things, it kind of is, at least this situation. But you have to put a lot of trust in your teammates in a hardcore server like this to not lose hundreds of hours of your own time. So either way, the memes flew, and you would think, okay, just ignore it, just laugh it off, maybe say, yeah, I messed up, and keep moving forward. But no, Pirate did what Pirate does best. He just denies everything. He did the absolute best thing that he could do. This guy is a gigabrain. He does everything perfectly. This never apologize energy essentially became his entire brand. And I'm gonna be real, if that was the end of it, we wouldn't be here. There's a reason I didn't cover it when it happened, because I just didn't feel like it was really enough to talk about. It was kind of funny, but like it wasn't really a big enough story. But unfortunately, the Pirate saga just kept evolving like a crappy Pokemon. It's kind of like the evolution of like Nosepass. Nobody asked for this evolution, because like once people saw how overly defensive he was, they started digging. And what did they find? The dude essentially LARPing as a genius. One example being like his old live stream VODs where he Googled the solution of a puzzle and then proceeded to pretend to solve the puzzle. Basically, he was on his phone during the stream and suddenly went, oh, I know the answer. And everyone was like, well, is that because you Googled it, dude? So Pirate then responded via stream and said that he did not cheat, and seemed pretty taken aback that people even thought that he would ever cheat.
Why did you cheat in Outer Wilds? What? How the hell would you cheat in that game? Bro, we played it all live on stream. All right, bud. It's a wild-ass thing to say. What the hell?
Honestly, it seems exhausting to LARP as a genius. There's this saying that's like, you should never be the smartest person in the room. And that saying is quite comfy for me, because as long as there's someone else in the room, I'm chilling. They can thankfully carry that burden for me, especially if I'm in the same room as Galaxy Brain Pirate Software here. And speaking of Galaxy Brain takes here, he had a bizarre rant where he trashed the Stop Killing Games movement, a campaign created to preserve digital games before companies shut them down forever. And he misrepresented the whole thing like he hadn't read a single word from the mission statement, with one of his statements describing the campaign as used car salesman garbage, and then told the campaign supporters to eat his entire ass. Gee, maybe they would if you didn't keep running away. On a serious note, sir, you're just yelling at people trying to protect nostalgia, all while sounding like a philosophical Reddit mod who steals quotes from stoic Facebook groups. But either way, Pirate made 2 videos on why he didn't support the movement, basically taking the stance that he was standing up for the devs who couldn't stand up for themselves, saying that of course gamers were into this movement, but devs were getting the short end of the stick. And even if some of those points were valid, he was so over the top and harsh about the movement as a whole, he just sounded like a scumbag. And I'm not even coming for this guy personally, it's just he legit just made 2 videos that are extremely hard to watch and have a very I'm better than you attitude during the whole thing.
And it's really easy to say like, oh, you know, that'll get worked out down the line. But we're dealing with government here. If we're going to be putting up these types of ideas specifically in front of government, we need to be calling out the right issues, especially if you don't have precedent set. Because now you're going to be setting precedent on something that doesn't make any sense, with people that may not understand the nuance of our industry, all in the name of saving games. I can't agree with that.
So in short, that's his take. So to give more context here, Stop Killing Games is led by Accursed Farms, or Ross. And Ross partially blames Pirate's influential videos as the reason Stop Killing Games is potentially dissolving right now.
Hello, this is probably the final update to the Stop Killing Games campaign. though I'm coming at you a little bit like a time traveler would. It'll make sense in a minute. As a refresher, Stop Killing Games is a consumer movement to stop publishers from effectively destroying video games they have already sold to customers. Okay, I really don't want to do this next part, but it's become a liability for the campaign for me not to. Our biggest critic by far is YouTuber and streamer Pirate Software, who goes by Thor. If your only exposure to Stop Killing Games has been this video, then you've been misinformed. This video is by someone who does not understand the campaign, has been trying to stop it, and has been making up what it is about. Now you might be thinking, okay, so some YouTuber got something wrong on the internet. So what? See, that was my thinking too. The problem is how incredibly influential this YouTuber has been. Remember that list of coverage on the campaign? Well, best I can tell, Thor's coverage has been bigger than literally anyone else on those lists, except Asmongold. And the only video Asmongold had on this bigger than Thor's was about Thor's video. So for all practical purposes, Thor here has been the #1 voice on the campaign, and he's been lying about what it is.
And here's a compilation that Ross made of Pirate.
Oh, now this is actually really dumb. It's used car salesman garbage. This is it's not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to. That is awful. That is a horrible goddamn direction. That's awful, dude. No, eat my entire ass. The level of stupid that I just had to receive was like sitting on Twitter for 12 hours. This sucks. That's a really stupid ass move. That's an incredibly stupid ass move. I think this is ass. This is complete garbage. All of this can eat then. I dropped the mask entirely. I have no qualms about that. They can eat my entire ass. The whole thing.
So this is just another example of Pirate just doubling down over and over again. And honestly, disagreeing and continuing to double down, that's bad, but nothing comes close to this. As someone decided to make a parody version of a bunch of large streamers in a game called Idle Streaming Bonanza. It was clearly bait, but an obvious joke. And of course, there was a little parody about Pirate in this video game.
As much as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
So everyone's being made of fun of. At the end of the day, best thing to do is just take the joke, right? Of course not. It featured an image of a roach. So Pirate completely lost it and allegedly issued a DMCA takedown over a parody that wasn't even in the game yet. Meaning he and his legal team didn't even check before going nuclear. Oh no, someone depicted me as a pixelated roach. Let me get the lawyers involved. Saying that this reaction is pathetic is an understatement. And the whole DMCA ended up being a disaster because the counterclaim stated that the image and voice used wasn't for the Steam version. And with that, the game ended up being reinstated. And this just gave the gaming community way more fuel for their Pirate Software fire.
There was a dude earlier today that went on to Reddit and said that he was using my voice in a video game, showed a bunch of videos of it, and then put that game up on Steam. A lot of people in the thread told him not to do that, that would end up being a legal problem for him. He did it anyway. So I filed a DMCA claim, and he has now filed a counterclaim against me. We're going to take you to court. You're going to lose. You cannot use somebody's likeness or voice in any way inside of your games without their permission. It's a really stupid thing to do. Incredibly so. So I'm going to send this over to Kronos now because he is a lawyer in copyright law. That is his job.
Did he just admit that the roach was his likeness? Apparently his voice was never in the game, but this just keeps happening. Every few weeks, some clip or moment resurfaces where Pirate is once again doing the most and providing very little. The latest wave of criticism, same pattern as previously mentioned, just says something dumb, gets called out, and instead of, leaving it where it is, he just sticks to his weird little bunker of denial. And it's not even high stakes stuff. It's just weird that he's dying on these hills. It's not politics. It's not legal drama. It's literally just video games and online reputation. And that's what makes all this so fascinating. This is a guy who's blowing up his own career in slow motion because he can't muster up the courage to just apologize or take a step back and reevaluate his own opinions. And I guess right now he's just kind of in this phase where every time people start to forget about him, he does something else that makes everyone go, oh yeah, This guy, I guess he found another hill to die on. So people just clip him, mock him, and even doing dramatic readings of his rants like there's some Shakespearean tragedy. And the worst part, he seems to be thriving off of it. It seems like the attention, even when it's negative, and I guess is some kind of fuel for him. And it's not really hard to see how we've got here. Like, he may feel like the victim of some harassment, which, yeah, some of the hate over time has definitely been that. So he sticks around and doesn't back down to anyone. If only he just had that attitude when it came to his teammates in World of Warcraft. And now, honestly, if he even wanted to change, he's stuck in this like performance of like resisting the masses, because backing down would feel like defeat, not just the mob, but also to himself, I guess. Because let's be real, I wouldn't be here making this video if he didn't find a new hill to die on every week or so. It's just kind of like watching this like weird ego implosion play out in real time. And my biggest takeaway from all this is just why? Why tank your entire reputation over some Reddit posts, a few clips, a parody in an indie game that only got attention because you tried to take it down? Because I mean, at this point, Pirate Software is really just a victim of himself, because I don't even see the upside of becoming just a massive whiner. But hey, if you want to check out Stop Killing Games, I'll link it in the description down below, because I actually agree that if you buy a game, you should be able to play it, no matter if it's now or 5 years from now. And apparently, according to a certain person we talked about in this video, that's a hot take. But at the very least, the game should be available offline. And if the devs need to disconnect servers because I guess the game isn't profitable anymore, at least they should allow the community members to spin up community servers. But hey, what do I know? Let me know what you think, because I won't DMCA your opinion.
Oh, a cockroach! We got a cockroach!
At the starting of the week, at Summit Talks, you'll hear them speak. It's only Monday.
So, you have a new John Wick movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. But I have to say, we got a lot of compliments on how the first movie was like a tight 90 minutes, so I'm a little concerned about your request to...
Double it!
Right, exactly. I was just thinking...
Double it, double it, double it, double it!
Okay, yeah, okay, so we're doing a 3-hour John Wick movie.
Oh, 3-hour movies are tight.
All movies have to be 3 hours now. Did you know that? I did notice that, yeah, seems a little excessive sometimes.
No exceptions.
Okay.
So tell me about this movie that takes up 1/8 of a day. It must have been hard for John Wick to survive being shot multiple times and falling off a building.
Actually, it was super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, see, he did this thing where
He was John Wick.
That'll do it.
So anyway, in this movie, there's a new bad guy at the high table, and his name is the Marquis, right? And he was only given the seat because he promised he could kill John Wick. So he's chosen death.
Yeah, but this guy's been
Given all the resources of the high table, so he kills Winston's concierge and he destroys the New York Continental.
Oh, no, that's where the killers like to sleep.
And so John Wick's gonna go to the Continental in Osaka, Japan, because he's friends with the guy who runs it, but the Marquis is gonna send some bags of meat over.
What?
Sorry, some assassins that John Wick is gonna kill.
Gotcha. So there's gonna be some really cool fight stuff. There's gonna be like this dark room that just has boxes of light and artwork and whatnot.
Well, for places you're not allowed to do murders in, these places sure do have a lot of cool places to do murders in.
They sure do, sir.
And the Marquis is also gonna hire an old friend of John's, this guy named Kane.
And what's his deal? He's got a cane. That makes sense. And even though this guy is blind, he's still like a crazy skilled fighter. I was thinking we could get Donnie Yen to play him. Donnie Yen is a blind guy who's good at fighting. That sounds familiar. No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. And so Kane and John are gonna basically say each other's names to each other for the duration of the movie. So that's gonna be pretty cool. But just saying someone's name isn't cool. Producer guy, screenwriter guy. Oh, that was cool. Right? It's the coolest. Oh, wow. So anyway, we're also gonna introduce this new guy, and he goes by Tracker. And what's his deal? He's a good tracker. He tracks John Wick the whole time. Oh, they are fantastic at naming in the John Wick universe. And a really cool thing about this guy is that he's got a really well-trained attack dog, so that's gonna be pretty new and exciting. Didn't we already do that with Halle Berry's character? Yeah, but I mean, this is gonna be more exciting because she had 2 dogs and he's got 1. That's less dogs. How is that more exciting? I don't know. That's the first time I said that out loud. That's less dogs. Well, it is, yeah, mathematically. Okay, well, I mean, as long as there's some canine presence. There will be, and this doggy's good at playing peekaboo. What? So anyway, John Wick's gonna go from country to country killing people because there's a massive bounty on his head. How does he get around from country to country so easily? Well, he's a valued customer of off-screen airlines. That'll do it. And so after a whole lot of deceased people, Winston's gonna tell John about a way he could end this whole thing. Oh boy, is he finally gonna take down the high table like we've been building towards? No. Yeah, no, he just puts together a plan to kill this marquee guy and save his own skin. And how does he plan on doing that? Well, it turns out there's this old high table tradition where you can challenge somebody to a duel. Okay. But only on behalf of a crime family, so John's gotta join his old crime family, but to do that, he's gotta go kill a guy. I feel like you're just constantly making up old high table traditions to justify extended fight scenes. Oh, sir, I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's what these movies are. It's just maybe the setup's gonna get a little repetitive, but it's gonna look cool. I know. There exists an old tradition in Hollywood that if a scene looks cool, you must allow the writer to get there by any means necessary. You're really gonna invoke the rule of cool right now? I am. Screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy, producer guy, screenwriter guy. So anyway, John Wick is gonna kill a bunch of people in very cool settings, and as usual, there are a bunch of dancing civilians that don't give a crap about any of this. Sick. There's also gonna be this extended scene at a roundabout in Paris where John and some bad guys keep getting hit by cars, and the cops don't show up at all. Well, technically, we established in the first movie that cops are aware of the high table, so they just allow mass public killings. That's cool with them. Sure, okay, and so eventually we're gonna be like, okay, now John Wick has to get to a church before sunrise for the duel, or else he'll be executed, which is a thing they haven't been able to do for 4 movies. Uh-oh. But not before falling down hundreds of stairs like a cartoon character for an extended period of time. Okay. So then he manages to make it to the duel on time with the help of Kane, but the Marquis has nominated Kane, so now John and Kane have to shoot each other. Yikes! So what do? Well, John lets himself get shot a couple times and then kills the Marquis on a technicality. Amazing. Yeah, it's very cool. Then John goes to Winston, like, hey, Winston, can you take me home? Oh. No, not like that, as in he's dying now and he wants Winston to bring his body. John Wick dies? It seems like he does, unless we decide that we don't want that to be the case. Wow. Well, you know, maybe we have squeezed enough out of this story of a guy whose dog gets killed. Maybe. Unless... Hi, everybody. Have squeezed enough out of the story of a guy whose dog gets killed. Maybe. Unless... Hi, everybody.
We're watching Fleegazord on my freaking birthday. I'm so ready for this. All right, let's do it. Did Jeff save gaming? Busty games are back. Hideo freak off. Let's go.
Assassin!
Ah! You can kick. Ah! You can kick babies in this game? Bash.
Budget talk back, pimps! Not in Kojima's game, he's still separating more women from their shoes than TSA. But over here, we...
Chat, has he ever, like, admitted to liking feet. Cause like Quentin Tarantino's pretty open about it, isn't he? For example, right? I don't think he has, not to my knowledge. Yeah, like it's like an investigation. This is Atomic Heart. Yeah, Atomic Heart's cool.
We got golden robo titties, robo jiggle joints. We got more fake tits and a house party in Beverly Hills.
Oh my god. That's Megan Fox for the Diablo 4 commercial. Holy smokes.
Even Joff's got a dozen waifu games in here paying his rent. Now, any of these games be good? Listen, for right now, they'll at least have 2 redeeming qualities, and that's enough. Now, put down your 20-year-old games because it...
Oh my god. No,
now, put down... For right now, they'll at least have 2 redeeming qualities, and that's enough. Now, put down your 20-year-old games because it...
Oh my god. No, dude. Red Alert with all those actors, you will never be able to do anything like it ever again. It's so good.
It's that time of the year where we get hyped over a bunch of lies. The stupid Name Fest opened up by showing an awesome game that has heavy metal music, a rotund man doing wheelies, shooting flamethrowers, takedowns, gypsies, and best of all, gypsy takedowns. Oh my Jesus! A wave of nostalgia is coming over me, friend.
Base,
Tell me what is this game called? Oh fuck, it's a Dark Souls game. I haven't been this bamboozled since my last trip to Thailand. But speak.
Russians can't afford to go to Thailand.
In a big reveals, licensed games are having a
I can make that joke, I am Russian.
Straight from the phantom loins of THQ, we're getting Invincible, Deadpool, Dune, The Expanse, Scott Pilgrim, Game of Thrones, Dexter, but he's James Bond, and all these games mean nothing to me because the Robocock of Justice is getting takedowns. Let me tell you something personal, Pim. Ever since I was a boy, I've wanted to slam a man's head into an industrial vent because he littered. Taeon,
oh my
I got a
god!
chubby the
Did you see his head explode?
Eyes of Mount Rushmore, you are givers. No. Don't tell me that you can't do this to litterers. It's been a while since I've been chubbed up. Let me ride the high. Damn, I lost it. Kojima must be nearby.
Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his games. He pushes the gaming medium in
oh my god, dude. I'm gooning!
bold new direction.
Here's the star to my eye. Here's the sun in my moon. Oh.
Dude, chat, I think I might have to go to Krispy Kreme for my birthday. I haven't had Krispy Kreme in like 3 years thanks to this video. Thanks, Flick.
Hopefully, he will bear my children.
Mr. Hideo Kojima!
Kojimbus walked out to announce more walking slots, keeping the hype going by showing an absolutely electric 7-minute conversation in a sepia-tone room, then left.
Dude, it's so bad. How does anybody get hyped for a game like this?
Then left.
Kojima.
Then he came back.
How does anybody get hyped for a game like this?
Then left.
Kojima.
Then he came back because he had more to say, because Kojima always has more to say, especially about Kojima. This time it was to announce he has a USB stick of, quote, game ideas. Is that what we're calling it these days? Yeah, sure, buddy. I know what you mean by game ideas.
Yeah.
It means the feet scans of every Hollywood actress from the last 20 years.
I was literally about to say, where's Quentin Tarantino? He's right there. Ah, yes. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, why is he pointing at it? I know exactly what movie that's from. It's that movie with the chick. She's fucking crazy. Wait, that doesn't narrow it down. She like sticks her feet out the window and the guy's like, yeah, Death Proof? Yeah, it's the yellow car, I remember it.
Toronto's gonna be hunting after that USB like the holy fucking grail. Domino oregano, Hideo-san. Sweet lover. And we got Wu-Chang, Wu-Tang, Moo-Dang, not to be confused with Mo-Dang, the cute-ass baby hippo.
I only know it because of you, Moo-Dang, because of Chibi.
That hippo. Moo-Dang looks like a solid 57% mix. Wu-Tang was just 45 seconds of showing a wall. And Wu-Chang's gonna put me through an unspeakable hell to see some breastises. Story of my life, Jim. The new Bond game keeps stressing everywhere that this is a reimagining of the character that is their take and completely stand alone. Does that mean this scene won't be making a reappearance?
Man talk.
Yes.
Please let me know. I'm trying to shave money for the organ donor edition of Borderlands 4.
$130? Bro, it better give me a blowy when I buy it. $130.
announced a game where you go around shooting limp dick zombies and punt kicking the cast of Rugrats. And before you ask, yes, I will gladly punt kick that baby. I'll punt kick his ass back into the womb. Speaking of silly little baby games, Sonic Racing announced a new racist called Hatsune Miku. I have no clue who this is, but I'm sure it's a big improvement over the last Sega racing game that featured famous NASCAR crasher Danica Patrick. And as long as we're talking about crashes, Mind's Eye also paid Joff's ransom demands to be here. Let me tell you a little something about Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye is so good that before release, the suits were running from it like the bubonic plague. They were afraid of how good this game was and how much money they'd make. One of the devs even said that this game anticipates the future. If that's the case, the future is looking very inbred. Mafia heard everyone's complaints about Mafia 3 not being a Mafia game.
I thought this game died after like Mafia 1 or 2. What?
And so they made Mafia 4 an Uncharted game. Silent Hill is getting not one but...
This was so pog, apparently. I watched the trailer, dude. It looks sick.
2 more games. Nice. Congrats. Happy for you. Let's go check back in on the dickheads that own everything I love.
World premiere.
Phil Spencer is hitting that Ozempic. Sorry, no Gears of War ED today.
Phil Spencer is like one of those archaic dinosaurs that was there when the games were like really good. And now he's just kind of wheeled around like a proverbial corpse of corporate America. Like he used to be one of the boys. I don't know, he just seems slimy to me. He's slimy.
Hey guys, they made a trailer, but they couldn't get it up in time. Don't fret though, Gears of War fans. It could be worse. We could be Thief fans. Hey, idiot! How does it feel to have your favorite franchise brought back only for it to be in VR? Not good, right?
That is actually criminal. A VR set costs like fucking $300 to $400, sometimes $700, man.
And I know. I'm a Batman fan. This has happened to me twice.
Oh my god, yes!
One more time and who's to fucking say what I'll be releasing? Deadpool is also getting another game in VR, specifically on the Zuckerberg honeypot device that buys...
Oh my god. And the best part is that they ship this shit with the game. Like, you buy the headset and you get the Batman VR game. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Exclusivity for almost every VR game. And I speak for everyone when I say, I'm not letting that lizard man...
Is this real? Nah. This is AI, right? It's AI? Oh, thank fuck.
And see inside my goat cave. Don't worry your pretty little heads about it, Valve Index fans. Go back to playing Half-Life Alyx for the 50th time. I got you. Go beat your saber again. I got you.
Hey. I have a VR headset. I only use it for work, basically. Only.
Gold chains he wears. Swapping from business to I'm not spying on you, Cap.
Dude, why does he have the Zoomer haircut? He's like 45. Why does he have a Zoomer haircut?
Link fooling me, Buster. I don't care if you put on Flavor Flav's clock. The Spank Citadel is for Gabe's eyes only, bitch.
Yeah!
Speaking of which, Gabe Newell showed up to the Summer Game Fest to announce that he has a super yacht, showing illiterate kids everywhere that you don't need to be able to count to...
Dude, Gaben does nothing and he keeps winning.
3 in order to afford a yacht. Sorry.
Dude, what are they gonna do Left 4 Dead, man? Left 4 Dead 2 came in like what? 2010? When are they gonna do it? It's like my favorite franchise ever.
Super yacht. Thank you, Gabe Newell. Very
Gabe,
inspiring.
stop
All right, let's
cooking
bang out some
me.
hardcore, detailed analysis real quick. Friend slop.
Friend slop. I hate that term, friend slop. Like, Left 4 Dead is also friend slop technically because it's way more fun with friends. You can play by yourself, but not the same.
Say if Left 4 Dead came out today, we'd call it friend slop.
Thank you. I literally about to say it.
Damn right I would.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd go even further than that. Hide and seek is the original friend slop. Marriage, friend slop. Nuance.
Well, I mean, wait, is marriage friend slop? Does it count if you need a... Wait, yeah, actually, yeah. Wait, marriage is friend slop? I'm not a slop consumer. I'm never getting married. Fuck that shit.
This is for people
Fuck
with
that.
PhDs. I wrote this script with a crayon. Let's get back to what
Crayon?
matters. This game had an ass so fat it had this guy dancing. I got 20 ads for the
There's a
new
cat in
Switch. Shout out to everyone that won the Switch 2 giveaways, by the way. Middle.
Streaming is technically friend slop. Wait, you're right, chat. I'm not a beta. Do I have to end stream?
Gear Solid
Nah.
Delta looks great. Onimusha looks great. Dying Like the Beast looks good.
That
Stranger
looks
Than
good.
Heaven looks fantastic. RGG's actually got to make new assets for this one. It's good to see they're re-releasing Bioshock Infinite without all the escort missions. Scum took a
True.
shit on the
I hated that
showcase. And
shit.
speaking of which, Ninja Gaiden 4 looks like a piece of art. Nothing but
This got tits. Oh my god, let me burn my face in that fucking titty. DBD's definitely friend slop. Yeah, it's 100% more fun with friends.
absolute art. I think the price is a little steep at $1,000, but they gotta get you to hop on Game Pass somehow. And
Yeah,
winning a little
Game
extortion
Pass it
never
up,
hurt
bitch.
anyone. Resident Evil Requiem was announced. Now, I just need you to watch something for me.
Requeese.
For the audio listeners, what we're watching here is Raccoon City getting leveled by the force of 1,000 fucking suns.
That's me falling on Raccoon City. Crater time.
The highest budget live leak you've ever seen. Now, as that guy, that Ford Bronco, and that Quiznos gets consumed by the fiery wrath of God's mistakes. Tell me, do you think anything in this city is left?
Is that jail?
No, right?
Holy
Wrong.
shit.
Every building is still standing. Hell, I think I see a Margaritaville is still open. Shit, is that a McDonald's over there? Hey, you want a radioactive Big Mac? Jokes aside, I'm glad we retconned the nuclear bomb to a little oopsie daisy. After getting choke slammed by the vampire
Oh
with the
my
massive
God.
mommy milkers, I'll tell you this much. I am
Honkers.
excited to finally be able to
Honker
play a
alert.
Resident Evil game again with both hands on the controller. Then over in the PlayStation
Lady
showcase,
D.
lately, they've been eating more ass than doors eating shit.
Why did you have to remind me of Daw, man?
Cheeseburgers.
He's
Fucking Daw.
farming.
He's the only guy more
Fucking
allergic
Daw.
to green than Sony. First it was
Look
Conk,
at this guy. Look at this fast Daw. Putting me to shame.
then Marathon, and the Swamp Thing.
The fuck's it got to do with me? I don't give a.
Oh my god, the Joe Rogan Splice interview.
Fuck about
But finally,
What the
PlayStation's
frick?
announced that they
Fucking
want to make
Joey.
money again. So inspired by their muse, Stellar Yams, they said,
Ooh,
bam, Marvel
look at those
minus
tits.
Capcom with a big budget store. Bam! Hey, remember when the French said, oh, croissant, 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 croissant? Well, Team Ninja just announced that Neo 3 will be mixing ninjas and samurai. Team Ninja just in French said, ho croissant, 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 croissant. Well, Team Ninja just announced that Neo 3 will be mixing ninjas. But finally,
What the
PlayStation's
frick?
announced that they want to
Fucking
make
really?
money again. So inspired by their muse, Stellar Yams, they said, bam, Marvel croissant ninja. It has done before. They didn't
No
surrender and they
way!
achieved victory. Wouldn't you know it? No
Cool.
other Frenchman has done before. They didn't
No
surrender and they
way!
achieved victory. Wouldn't you know it? All Ubisoft was missing was something called a single button press. Have you heard of this? And you already know Neo 3
Dude, that actually looks so sick.
have a big budget
What?
because Neo 2 had a massive budget. Have you all forgotten that tall lady with those voluptuous curves, that wild,
Lady.
untamed bush, and those fine Edo-era Japanese oak railings with golden fixtures? Whoa, I'd stick my couch in her living room.
Oh
This
my
house is this man's wife, by the way. Now let's bring it back
I
over to
wanna see her
Bootleg
titties.
Bethesda.
When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian
Oh no. Outer Worlds 1 wasn't even that good.
so my headphones are already acting up. Perfect. Right. What's this thing? Yeah. Yeah, I probably should put that through the wash or what have you. Oh, no. Let's see here. It's a whole lore thing around this character. Of course there is. It's fucking. I haven't even played that much today. All right. Well, I will wait until you're back to this. GG.
Eh.
I can't hear you if you're saying something.
Oh, I haven't said anything.
Hold on. Say something again.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, got it. Okay, sweet. My headphones, I'll fix them one of these days, I swear. Oh, Jesus. No. Please, no.
Well, well, I do enjoy it.
Yeah. Do you like that show?
Yeah, I like the show.
That's fair.
To me, I thought it was just gonna be a formulaic, oh, I don't want to eat this monster. And then, oh, once you try it, oh, it's good. I thought it was gonna repeat like that, but no, we have variety. We end up getting lore in. We end up getting a bunch of lore in, and then you end up getting a whole adventure out of it. So it's actually a fun story. That works. And also, you got a lot of shenanigans going on.
Yeah. I don't think the character designs look very good. So it's kind of hard to look at. I don't think that the character designs look very good. I don't know. Maybe that's just like something I don't understand.
To be honest, I was just here for the food.
One food later.
Mm.
Okay. Let's see.
Never. I have done my part. Oh, right. That's the thing. My part on convincing him, well, actually, giving my take on Dungeon Mesh. Was it the most elaborate thing? Probably not. But I have said my due.
All right. Well, are you still interested in watching the one we were watching before,
Yeah,
or no?
definitely.
Okay. I still want to watch catch up with Arc Knights too with Vert.
That's nice.
So we can. Yeah, we still have to finish.
I thought it started on the 4th of this month. Let me check. And, I believe the premiere started. I believe it started on July 4th. Yeah.
Yeah, seemingly.
Mm.
But then you didn't end up doing that.
Don't worry, Bert. You can take that break. I'll be the one in charge of the channel. Glad that you agree, that you're on board. Yeah, well, they will once I'm in there. Don't worry about it. I have a full plan.
I'll throw this up, like, because I was waiting. I was doing some grinding.
We gotta get the big rocks.
The big rocks. You cannot get enough The Rock Johnson. I can't let him go. He's a part of me. Oh God. Dude, he does the major suck right there. Well, yeah. People expect too much. Yeah, from a Rock. From a Rock Johnson. Huh. As a furry, that's the only way. That's pretty insane. One more go after this. I might go watch some animes. Schwartz is actually pretty good as long as you have something she can do. This one takes quite long, actually. Even on like 2 speed, it's like
Most of these stages in this event do take quite a while.
Yeah. Like some stages are just like, kill everything and you're done, but this one's not like that at all.
Mm.
I think it's because they're trying to give like players time to fucking react, which is actually really nice for like when you have, you know, a shit team or like an under-leveled team.
Mm.
You know. But
Yeah.
when you're like, when you kill everything, all of a sudden, and you're just waiting for things to happen.
Mm.
Always dies there. She also dies.
If I have to think about it, which event? Yeah, well, which stages you have to be quick on? I think you had to be quick on Dorothy's whole event.
Hmm.
Which is basically is the whole gimmick in there is just you gotta kill. You have to end up killing these units that could awaken golems that are very tanky to kill and annoying before they wake up. So that's where you have to go fast.
Well, shit. It's interesting. Let's see.
Mm.
Can I?
Also,
Yeah.
Dorothy's Vert's favorite character.
Yes. Well, we got things. We can just let things. Yeah, let it go. Just come back to where you know. Oh. Thought I had this upper.
Is that?
All right. So you're all ready to go, Gigi? Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to go.
Okay. Sweet. One episode for tonight. Pause. Press the fucking. Do you like the English better? I never really got an answer on that.
I'm okay with whichever one you prefer. I mean, they're both good to me.
I think they're both good too, but I actually kind of like the dub on this anime. To be honest.
Yeah.
It's not perfect by any stretch, but it's good.
Words.
course.
Mm. Good one. You got her.
I know.
a church service.